Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I have another breast pump review for you today. This is the Kissbobo K8 hands-free breast pump. So we're going to talk about some things that I really like about the pump, some opportunities I think the pump has, and then just kind of an overall review on it. Okay, so first and foremost, I do enjoy that it's got a really slim design. I personally use this to pump on one side while my daughter is nursing on the other, instead of using like a haka or something like that. So it fits really nice in your bra. It's not hard to hold her and pump with this at the same time. Some hands-free pumps are really bulky. This one is not. It's really nice and slender. It does have a 5-ounce capacity, which is really nice. And then the display I really like. So you do have to hold down for just a second to get the power to come back on. But once you do, it's got a little display here that shows you where you're at. And then of course, it's really easy to navigate the different settings here. Once you have it set on what you want, this display will kind of go off to conserve battery. And so if you want to change your settings again, you'll have to hit a button to kind of light it up, and then a button again to change it. So really like that function. My other hands-free pump that I use pretty frequently, I have accidentally hit the power button and turned it off so many times. On this one, that's probably not going to happen. So if I hit the power button here, it just lights up the screen. And then if I wanted to turn it on or off, I would have to hit it again. So that kind of prevents you from accidentally hitting the power button. The way that this one is set up, I don't think that that would happen anyway, but it's a good feature to have. This does have 8 power settings for stimulation and expression, and it does have an auto setting to where you can just set your level and then it will automatically change kind of settings, which is nice. I personally just do a manual setting. It does have a 20-minute auto shut off. So I know most pumps have a 30-minute. I don't really have that much of a preference. If I feel like 20 minutes wasn't long enough, I'll just turn it on again and then go another 10 minutes. But it does have that 20-minute auto shut off feature. So this pump has a really good battery life. I've been using it on and off for the past week or so, and I only had to charge the motor before the first use. So the battery has lasted a really long time, which is really nice. My other pump that I've been using, I've been charging it every day just so that it doesn't die, and that's kind of annoying. So this one, really nice, really good long battery life. So let's talk about some opportunities I think the pump has to be a little bit better. So this one is the biggest one for me. The milk pour is right here in the front. Let's see. So the milk pour is in the front, and because of that, once you start to get a collection in the cup here, if you're walking around, it's going to be kind of sloshing in the cup. You really can't do much of anything while you're wearing this pump because it will spill out the front. That has happened to me so many times while wearing this pump, unfortunately, and I've lost milk, which of course is always frustrating. So if you're somebody who is wanting to do laundry or dishes or just tidying up around the house with your pump on, this one is not going to be the pump for you. This is really great if you're sitting stationary and you're pumping, or you're up walking around pumping, but you can't be really doing much of anything unless you're really making sure that you're standing straight at an angle, because if you tilt a little bit, the milk is going to kind of come out the front, which again has happened to me several times, and it's a huge bummer. I just wish that milk pour was somewhere else. Otherwise, this pump would be top notch. Like, probably my go-to pump. Okay, so another thing is that it does have quite a few parts to wash. For me, that's really not a huge issue. If I'm doing pump and bottle dishes, a couple extra pieces isn't really that big of a deal. But if you're in a hurry, I'm sure it can be kind of frustrating to have to wash like 5 or 6 pieces. So it does have quite a few pieces. If that's a problem for you, I would look at different options. The next thing is that it comes with this 24mm insert, which I initially was super excited about, but I realized that this hole right here is much larger. And so my other flange inserts, I never know how to pronounce it. My other inserts will not fit in this hole. I have to have this insert in first and then put my other insert in. So it's really just another piece that I'm gonna have to wash, which really not that big of a deal, but just something to think about. Also, because it's a really narrow design, your nipple can only get pulled so far into this kind of chamber here. And so if you have elastic nipples or something like that, it's only going to be able to pull so far. Let me pull this top off here. So as you can see, it's a relatively narrow chamber, as you would expect with a narrow, sleek, kind of slender designed pump. I know for me, if I'm pumping for more than like 20 minutes, my nipple is going to be touching this wall here, and it's not going to be optimal suction because it's not getting pulled as far as it could be getting pulled. So just something to consider. It is sealed really well, so you're not going to have to worry about milk leakage out the bottom or anything like that. It's a hard plastic with a silicone kind of around the edge, so it's going to be really nice and sealed tight there. If you get spillage or leakage, it's probably going to be from the milk pour area that you get that out of. Otherwise, really easy to assemble, disassemble. It does have a really satisfying feel when you take off the motor. I don't know, I love that. It's very satisfying to me. Anyway, so overall, really good option if you are stationary while you're pumping, or if you are wanting to breastfeed on one side and then pump on the other. I would definitely recommend this pump. If you are going to be out and about, up and around, doing chores, that kind of thing, I would look at different options. I know Kissbobo does have several other options aside from this one that are much different designs, so you might look at those. Right now, I've only just tried this the K8, the slender design, which again, I'm going to use this pump pretty much every day while I'm nursing on one side, because I'm somebody who likes to sit down and kind of hang out while I nurse her. So overall, really great option if you are going to be a stationary pumper. Does have some room for improvement, but overall I think this is a good pump. Okay, that is it for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will have more pump reviews coming soon, as I have another one coming in the mail here shortly. Very excited about that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.